My name is Divine. This is the story of my life. A story I never thought I would tell. A story of pain, betrayal, and a journey that began with hope but almost ended in the desert sand. I grew up in Abuja, in a small community where everyone knew each other. I was that girl people saw on the roadside, hawking coconut oil, the one with the tray balanced on her head, calling out, "Coconut oil original, come and buy." We were not rich. My mother sold vegetables. My father was a security guard. I was the first daughter with two younger brothers. I dreamed of becoming something more, a fashion designer, a woman who could take care of her family, who would one day make her parents proud. I never knew that dream would almost kill me. It started on an ordinary afternoon. The sun was hot, the road busy. I had just sold my last bottle of oil when two women approached me. They were dressed in neat corporate suits, shoes polished, perfume smelling of money. They smiled at me like they already knew me. "Are you Divine?" one of them asked. I nodded. They told me they worked for an NGO, an organization that trained young women for free abroad. Skills like hairdressing, tailoring, catering. They said they had chosen me out of everyone. I laughed nervously. I thought it was a joke. But then they called my name again. Fool. They even mentioned the street where I lived. My heart raced. They leaned closer. "Don't tell anyone yet, not even your parents. This is an opportunity. Some people are jealous and may block your chance. Keep quiet, and in 2 weeks you will be in Europe. Your life will change." I was only 17. Naivety is blindness. I swallowed their words like sweet groundnuts. For 2 weeks, I lived in a daze. My heart wanted to tell Mama, but their warning echoed in my ears. "Don't tell." At night, I dreamed of sewing dresses in Paris. I imagined coming back to Abuja with a car, lifting my family from poverty. On the day of departure, they gave me a small bag, new clothes, and a passport that smelled of fresh ink. I didn't even notice the spelling errors. We gathered in a compound at the outskirts of town. There were other girls, about 6 of us, some older, some younger, all carrying bags of hope. No one asked questions. We were all silenced by the same promise. "Don't tell." From Abuja, we were driven in a tinted bus. No signboard, no explanations. We crossed into Kano, then Maiduguri. I remember the first time fear gripped me. It was when we reached the edge of the desert. The corporate suits were gone. Now it was men with guns and dusty jeep. They barked at us in languages we didn't understand. One of the girls whispered, "Wait, this is not Europe." That was when I realized we had been tricked, but it was too late. Days turned into nights into endless sand. We were crammed in the back of a truck. No food, little water. Girls fainted, some never woke up. Their bodies were dropped like sacks into the sand. I learned the desert has no mercy. At night, I heard crying, girls praying, others cursing. I clutched the small photo of my family I had hidden in my wrapper. One girl, Amina, became my friend. She whispered, "If we survive this, never trust anyone again." We reached Libya broken, thin, weak, sunburned. That was when the truth exploded. We were not there for school or jobs. We were property. A woman, they called her Madame Zainab, looked us over like goats in the market. She said calmly, "Your families owe me. You will work until the debt is paid. If you refuse, you will die." Work meant prostitution. Night after night, old men, young men, soldiers, strangers. We had no choice. Some girls fought. They were beaten until they bled. Some tried to run. They disappeared. And me, I broke inside. One night, I gathered courage to beg one of the guards for help. He was Nigerian. He spoke my language. I cried and told him, "Please help me. I have family." I was tricked. He looked at me with pity. He promised to help. That night, I prayed for freedom. But the next day, Madame Zainab called me out. She slapped me until my ears rang. She hissed, "So you want to escape?" He told me everything. The God I trusted had betrayed me. Months passed. My body became a battlefield. I fell sick, fever, cough, and pain that ate me from the inside. They still forced me to walk. One night I collapsed. I woke in a dirty room, IV fluid hanging from a nail in the wall. A Libyan woman sat beside me. She was not like the others. She whispered, "I was once like you." She told me she had been trafficked 2 years ago. She had never escaped, but she helped when she could. She gave me medicine, bread, and water. She told me, "If you live, tell the world. Don't keep quiet." Her words burned into me. War broke out in Libya. Explosions, gunfire, chaos. One night, Madame Zainab's compound was attacked. In the confusion, Amina grabbed my hand. We ran barefoot into the dark. We didn't know where we were going, only that we had to leave. We hid in abandoned houses, begged for food, drank from dirty wells. We found other Nigerian girls, broken but alive. Eventually, with the help of international aid workers, we were rescued and taken to a camp. From there, we were flown back to Nigeria. Coming home was not joy, it was shame. In Abuja, people whispered behind my back. Some said, "She wanted it. She went for money." Others looked at me with pity. I couldn't even tell Mama everything. The pain was too heavy. But slowly, I found courage. I started to speak. At first in small gatherings, then in schools, then on radio. I told my story, raw and unhidden. Some cried, some turned away, but I kept speaking. It was years later when I discovered the deepest betrayal. The women who lured me, the corporate suits, were no strangers. One of them was related to my father's friend. She had known my family. She knew our poverty, our dreams, our weaknesses. She used them against me. It was never random. I was chosen. Today, I still hawk coconut oil sometimes, but with pride. I am back in school, studying social work. My scars are many, but I live and I speak because silence is the weapon of traffickers. My name is Divine. This is the story of my life. And if you are listening, if anyone ever promises you heaven but tells you, don't tell your parents, run and never look back.